mnoge primjere nam donio sam od sebe, a i Allah dželešanu spominje u Kur'anu i Kerimu, dakle za svoga vjerovjesnika, ko što je ovaj ajet, a ti si najljepši, dakle narav, najljepše čudo, ili kaže Omar arsalnake illa rahmatan lil alamin, mi smo te poslali samo kao milost, pazite. On je poslanik, ali pazi, milost prema svakome. Dakle, to su velike stvari kad čovjek malo dublje razmisli o tome. Ipak treba biti u svim situacijama milostiv, treba biti pravedan, treba biti uzor u svemu, u ratu, u miru, u huji, kad se čovjek naljuti, kad ima, kad nema, u zahvalnosti, nezahvalnosti, strpljiv, dakle na nimetima, strpljiv kad nema. Dakle, u svim tim stvarima sve se to može, dakle, svesti na jednu lekciju, dakle, a to je poslanik, alejhi salatu wasalam. So tonight we'll just continue to mention some other things about the Prophet, alejhi salatu, know him better. Connecting what we said today on the khutbah, we just go a little bit freestyle tonight, so we can talk different ways as much as time is allowing us. So learning about him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, never ends, and we cannot finish in one night, in one khutbah, or one speech, or one lecture. It is long process. It is a life lesson. There is no corner that we cannot learn something from him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned him in a couple of the ayat, and one of them is that we just talk about, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ, and you are on the best manner, character. And another ayah, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ, and we have sent you, O Muhammad, only as a mercy. You know, practicing mercy and being merciful in all situations is almost impossible for us. When you have and patient, when you don't have the time. So that was the Prophet ﷺ, full. Number one, in this moral characters that where we are facing so many challenges in these days, we are missing that character. We are missing criteria, how to put things together. So how do we decide somebody is a leader or to be our leader, and how do we give this criteria? We don't follow what Prophet ﷺ taught us, because either we don't know or we don't care. But it's most likely we don't know about him. That's why we should learn about his life, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as much as possible. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes in the Quran Kareem, an entire Quran Kareem actually, you know, as Aisha radiallahu anha was asked about him, about his character. What was his character? She said, radiallahu anha, kana khuluquhu al-Quran. His character was Quran Kareem. He was implementing ayah, every harf in his life, in public and private. So his khuluq, his akhlaq was Quran Kareem. So what is our akhlaq? You know, so that it's big challenge in these days. What is our akhlaq? We are one akhlaq here in the mosque, and another one is out on the street, the third one is in the supermarket, and the fourth one in different places. So many akhlaqs we have. So we don't behave as we should be, following the footsteps of the Prophet ﷺ. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us. Dakle, u ovim svim situacijama vidimo, dakle, da poslanik ﷺ zaslužuje tu titulu da nosi i zaslužuje da bude najbolje, dakle, slijeđen od svih drugih. Nažalost, u našoj situaciji svi su nam nekako drugi preći, oslikavamo se sve neko nam je drugi uzor u bilo čemu, a nikako da prihvatimo pravoga uzora kojeg je Allah dželešanu spomenuo, kojeg je pohvalio i kome je Kur'an objavio. A Aisha radijallahu anha bila upitana, dakle, opiši nam poslanika u karakter. Pa je rekla, kane huluku, kaže, njegov karakter bio Kur'an. Ako možda znaš ko je poslanik, čitaj Kur'an. To je bio poslanik, ali zato što je ga implementirao, zato što je ga prakticirao, zato što je to radio. Koga mi, dakle, slijedimo? Da li mi prakticiramo Kur'an? Da li mi radimo po Kur'anu? Dakle, trebamo se zapitati, zaista, dakle, neznanje je najveći neprijatelj čovjeku. Mnoge stvari ne poznajemo, ne znamo i onda tumačimo mi vjeru na svoj način, ovako to treba da bude to. I onda smo spremni čak da se pobijemo, da se naljutimo, da prekinemo svaki odnos ako nas neko ne podržava ovim što mi zahtijevamo. Dakle, ne znamo ograničiti sebe, dakle, kad je u pitanju odnos neslaganja. Moguće da se ne možemo složiti, ali to ne znači da smo neprijatelji. A u nas, no, ako se ne slažemo, selam alejkum, neprijatelj, nema, gotovo. Priko oka se gleda, priko nišana. Iz kog razloga? Znači, to je u stvari, to nam pokazuje koliko mi u stvari ne poznajemo islam, dakle mi ne znamo islam puno. Dok se mi na taj način pogledali, ahlak, ponašanje, u stvari je to koje zbližava. Poslanik alejhi selatu vesselam je uvijek zbližavao. Jedan od tih primjera je, recimo, kada je ušao u Meku, kada je otvorio Meku, oslobodio Meku. Dakle, nije zaustavio čovjeka, počeo, znao je ko šta mu govorio, kako su ga nazivali, pjesnicima i budalom i ne znam, nija čarobnjakom i nemaš njega mađionča sa svakim imenima. Ružno govorio, i on je zaustavio, ti si mu govorio to i to, hoder vamo sada. Dakle, nije se svetio, nego svi u sabroju pitu, samo jedno pitanje. Šta vi mislite šta će ja sad s vama da uradimo ovdje? Šta ćete? Pa kaže, pa ti znaš, ti si poštovan, ti si ovdje poznata, ti si iskren, ti si emin, ti si sadik ul emin, ti si poznat od porodice, od Hašimija, ti si Kurejšija, ti si... Počeli ga falt, kaže, idhebu fentomu, hajte, kaže, vi ste slobodni. Pazite, jesmo mi u takvoj situaciji da tako oprostimo vrlo lako. Ma jok, man, njemu je, ima da ga sateremo, nema njemu napretka. Dakle, ne poznajemo islam dovoljno. Dakle, do tog neprijateljstva da mi poznajemo, ne bi nas to neprijateljstvo dovelo do te situacije, da jedno drugima kopamo jamu. So, as we can see from these examples of the Prophet ﷺ, which we mentioned tonight, one of them is when he conquered the Mecca. So he did not stop person by person. He knows what they used to say to him, bad about him, poetry about him. They call him kahin. They call him, the magic man or sahir. So many different names that he is majnoon, he is insane, and so on and so on. He did not stop person by person. What you said to me, okay, come here. He did not judge them. He just called all of them. And he was asking just one simple question. What do you think I can do right now with you? What do you think? So what they said, oh, you are son of the son and honor son, and we know your family, you are Sadiq ul Amin, and you are the prophet, and you... Right now they are talking to him that he is a prophet, that he is a good in character and a well-known person, sincere person. He just said, go away. Forgiveness, total forgiveness. Are we able to forgive to each other? We don't see these characters among us. If we don't agree with the person, it's war. There is no peace. Impossible to be friends anywhere, or any time later on, because we look each other as enemies, because you don't support me. So these characters are showing us that we don't know about Islam much, that we follow our desires. Our Islam or our love to the Islam is our desire, is not as should be, as the Prophet taught us. So we find much hatred inside of us than the mercy. And the Prophet ﷺ was merciful to everyone. He can judge these people, and he can make revenge to them and do this and that. No. It happened later on. Majority of those Meccans in 1 year accepted Islam, right? Because they saw the truth, they saw justice, they saw respect, they saw the love, and so on and so forth. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us. So the other example is when he used to sit with Prophet, with the companions radiallahu anhum, he will sit on the place where there is an empty spot. He did not cross over the people. If the mosque is full, for example, he will sit over there somewhere. Where is the maybe shoes, or what happened to us? If somebody is, he must be in the first saf. Why? If he wants to be in the first saf, he'll come earlier, not like later on. 1 hour later, right? No, if he comes 3 hours later, his spot is over here. Why? First spot is for those who are coming earlier. You're coming later on, you pray over there. So that was the respect and love of Prophet to his companions. When somebody coming to the mosque, he does not know him, he was asking, where's Muhammad? Because he does know him. He's supposed to be in the first place, but he's not. He's over there somewhere. And then they are calling him, hey, the prophet, somebody is asking about you. So he was behaving like he's normal man. He's a prophet, yes, but he's human being. He's human being. I'm servant. So one of these examples that one of man came to Prophet, he saw the Prophet ﷺ, and he's scared. He was afraid of him. So it was sudden, and the man was afraid. And the Prophet ﷺ said, "Tamahal." He said, "Easy, be careful, my dear brother. I am the son of woman who used to eat qadid. Qadid is kind of the meat they used to cut in the very tiny cuts, and they dry it on the sun, and later on, that's how they preserve the meat, and they used to make food from it later on when they're needed. So basically, this kind of the food was available for everybody, not only for the rich people, unlike in these days in some areas. Only rich people are eating meat, not everybody. But on that time, they used to have it. So that is one of these examples. So calm down. I am the son of one of woman who used to eat. So it's showing I'm normal man. Yes, I am a prophet, but I'm not over you. I'm not here to humiliate you, to insult you, to oppress you. We are same. We are servants. Don't worry. So dakle jedan od primjera da jedan čovjek ugleda poslanika alejhi salatu vesselam, pa se prepao iznenada. Pa poslanik alejhi salatu veli, polako brate moj. Ja sam, kaže, sin žene koja je jela mljeveno meso. Dakle, kadid je jedna vrsta mesa koje su oni sjekli potanko, ko što mi suhovinu tanko sjećamo, pa su to sušili, odnosno sirovo meso sušili na suncu, pa su ga vremeno tako su čuvali meso da se ne pokvari, a povremeno kad im trebali, dakle, kuhali jeli. Dakle, to je jedna bila vrsta hrane koju je običan narod jeo. Neko što je danas u mnogim, dakle, mjestima, na nekim, dakle, mjestima, meso je hrana samo bogati, samo bogatuna, tajkuna, nema siromahu da jede meso. Dakle, to je bilo za vrijeme poslanika alejhi salatu vesselam. Druga prilika, Muaz ibn Džebar došao je, dakle, iz Šama, iz Levanta. Zatim, učinio je seždu poslaniku alejhi salatu vesselam, a poslanik upita, Muaze, šta to činiš, šta je to, šta radiš to? Došao sam iz Šama, iz Levanta, pa sam vidio njih kako oni, čine seždu svojim velikanima, pa eto, sam sam pomislio u duši, u sebi, da uradim isto prema tebi iz poštovanja. Pa poslanik alejhi salatu vesselam kaže, nemojte to raditi. Da sam ikome naredio da čini seždu mimo Allahu, nekom drugom mimo Allahu dželešanuhu, naredio bi ženi da učini seždu svome mužu. Dakle, nema sežde nikome sem Allahu dželešanuhu. To je zabranjeno. To je poslanik, dakle, ne odbio je to. Dakle, poštovanje, koje je poštovanje? Nema to je poštovanje. Sežda samo Bogu čini dželešanuhu, nikom više. Nemoj mi čini seždu. Ili da se ustajao, dakle, da se ustaje prema poslanika alejhi salatu, i to je zabranio. Iz respekta. Dakle, jedne prilike ušao je Omer ibn Hatab radijallahu anhu kod poslanika, pa je vidio da sjedi, dakle, i leži na hasuri. Hasura je, dakle, od tepi od trske. Od pletene trske, pa je pod glavom držao, jastuk koji je bio od laka, od kože, napunjen lišćem. Pa je vidio kako se, dakle, oslikale one pruge, one pritke po njegovome tijelu, po njegovome licu, pa je zaplakao Omer radijallahu anhu. Upita ga, o Božji poslane, zar ovako da se dešava? Pa ga upitao, zašto plačeš, Omere? Pa je Omer rekao, kraljevi Kisre i Kajsere, uživaju onome što imaju u svome imetku. A ti si, Allahov poslanik. Pa mu poslanik alejhi salatu vesselam kaže, zar nisi zadovoljan da njima pripada dunjaluk danas, a nama ahiret? Budi zadovoljan ovo što imaš, nemaš potrebe se raspati. Budi zadovoljan što imaš, uživa u tome, jer užitak je na ahiretu, nije ovdje, ma koliko, dakle, je bilo udobno. So one of these examples is from Muaz ibn Jabal radiallahu anhu. He came from the Sham, from the Levant in these days, and he made sajda to him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, out of respect, of course. And he was asking Muaz, why you have done, what is this? He said, I came from the Sham, from the Levant, and I saw those people are doing sajda to their, those people, those leaders. So I had wish in my soul, in my nafs, to make this sajda to you. to honor you. So the Prophet ﷺ said, don't do that. If I order sajda to anyone, to make sajda to anyone, except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I will order to woman or to wife to make sajda to her husband. So there is no sajda to anyone. It does not matter who is he or who is she, except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not allowed. It's haram. So the Prophet ﷺ rejected this kind of the honor. This is not honor. We make sajda only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's all. No prostration to any creature whatsoever. It does not matter what is his rank or what he think or she who is them. So one of the narrations that Umar ibn Khattab, when he went to the Prophet ﷺ in his house, he saw him is laying down on the hasra. Well, hasra is kind of the carpet from the, what do you call it? From the what do you call this wooden thing? Like sticks, the straws, yeah, the straws. So he saw this, straws on his face and his body, and he was crying. So he said, dear Prophet, well, what is this? You're a prophet, and those kings from the Qaisar and the Kisra, they are enjoying in what they have. So they're not sleeping like you are sleeping on these straws. So the Prophet ﷺ said, are you not satisfied? To them belongs this world, and for us akhirah. Be satisfied with what you have. Don't worry about that. You are sleeping here a couple of years and then you're done. Our enjoyment will be only hereafter. Here is no enjoyment whatsoever. It does not matter if it's gold. Everything, you sleep in the gold, you have to leave it one day. So the real enjoyment, the Prophet ﷺ wants us to teach that the real enjoyment is only in the hereafter. When you pass what do you call it? The Sirat. Well, Sirat is the bridge between hell and heaven, right? So the only when you pass that bridge, you will be enjoying. Otherwise, there is no enjoyment over here. We may think that we are enjoying if we have a house, if we have a car, if we have this and we possess this and that, we are enjoying. We are not enjoying. We are on test. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is putting you a test. Akfur am ashkur, as Sulaiman was teaching us in all. He was king and he was a prophet, right? And he said, when all blessings are shown in front of him, he said, Allah wants to see me. Am I gonna be grateful to him or ungrateful? It's up to us. You think you are enjoying, are you grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or forgetting? So to them is this world and to us is akhirah. U drugom rivajetu spominje, dakle, da je podigao sam, kaže, pogled, Omer kaže, u njegovoj kući nisam ništa našao nešto zanimljivo što mi se oči zalijepila za njih. Pa sam rekao, moli Allaha dželešanu za svoj ummet, jer je, dakle, Faris, Perzijanci, dakle, i Rimljani, kaže, oni uživaju i dato im je, kaže, od dunjaluka, a ne obožavaju Allaha dželešanu. Pa je poslanik alejhi selatu vesselam, dakle, bio naslonjen, pa je rekao, zar ti sumnjaš, o Ibn Hatabe, zar ti sumnjaš, o sine Hatabov, to su ljudi, narod kome je ubrzata dobrota dunjaluka na ovome životu. Nemoj se sekirati za to. Samo ubrzano, dakle, evo vam dobrota, uživajte. Dakle, to je jedna vrsta zablude. Da nas Allah dželešanu sačuva, da nas uputi na pravi put. Amin. So in another narrations, the Umar ibn Khattab, he said, I went to the house of the Prophet ﷺ, and I didn't see anything that is catching my eyesight to see something, when you go to the house, you can see something, oh, this is beautiful. He said, I didn't see anything like oh, look at this is so nice. Then he says, pray and make dua for your ummah because of this life. So don't you see the Faris, which is the Persians, and the Romans, they are enjoying what they have given in this world, and they don't worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You just think what Prophet ﷺ told him. He said, are you in doubt, O son of Khattab? You don't believe me? You have a doubt? Those are people, ummah, nation, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them right now immediate goodness of this world. That's all. But what is after? It's much better. So you don't have to worry about that. So all these are a couple of the examples to see the Prophet ﷺ, because sometimes when we see somebody is living better than us, there is inside of us is I wish like that. So instead to say and to recite dua, because we are missing the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ to recite dua. When you see somebody less in fortune than you, there is a dua as well. So to stay on the right path, if we don't know these things, we may, go forth and back. And that's what's happening between us here. So the character or the moral is number one. By character, by the akhlaq, we can reach the levels that we cannot reach with our prayers, with our fasting, with our hajj, with our sadaqat, with our zakat. We can't. But akhlaq will raise us up. That's what the Prophet said. And the closest people to Prophet ﷺ on the day of judgment will be those who have best akhlaq, the character. Not those who have more prayers, more zakat, and I am giving zakat, but you give for Allah, you give to me. I give zakat, but I want to control what, man? You're giving to Allah, you're not giving to me, you're not giving to us to control, to do this and that. No, you're giving, this is between ibadat. That's what we misunderstood. Any kind of the ibadah is between you and Allah. We don't have to do anything with that. Our prayer that we pray right now, Salatul Aisha, it's between us and Allah. That's it. Who has benefit? It's you, not me. Right? Every one of us. So whatever we give, zakat, we go to Hajj. You're Hajj, not me, right? That's your reward, not mine. So akhlaq is important for us. He said, those are closest to me will be those who are best akhlaq. Not those more hajj, more prayer, more zakat. No. Akhlaq, character, good character. And those furthest from him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, are the worst character. So we have to try our best. We ask Allah subhanahu to guide us. Dakle, oni koji su najbliži poslanika na kijametskom danu su oni koji imaju najbolji ahlak. Sa ahlakom se, dakle, uzdižemo na više deređe. Dakle, nije poslanik najbliži su meni oni koji imaju najviše namaza, koji su najviše dali zekijata, koji su najviše dali sadake, koji su najviše postili, koji su najviše išli na hađ. To koga briga za tim? Ti si obavio hađ, ti si hađija, to je tvoje. Ti imaš za to nagradu. Postio si, to je tvoje. Klanio si, to je tvoje. Dao zekat, sadaku, to je tvoje, ali ne možeš kontrolisati ljude. Ne možeš tamaniti ljude, ko sam ja sam dao, moram ja. Šta moraš ti? Ti si dao Bogu, nisi dao meni. Nisi dao ljudima. Šta koga briga za tvojim što si ti dao? Je tako? Dakle, ibadet, mi ne razumijemo šta je ibadet. Ibadet između tebe i Boga. To je odnos između abda, dakle roba i rabba, gospodara. Sve što uradiš, to je za tebe. Nisi ti uradio nekome. To ćeš ti naći. Sad smo klanjali jaciju, to je tvoje. Ti si klanjao tu. Ti imaš za to sevap. Ostali možda neće imati sevapa, možda ti imaš. Dakle, ne mora znaš da mi ga, dakle, poslanik kaže, najbliži meni su oni na kijametskom danu koji najbolje ahlaka, dakle, najbolje ahlaka, najboljeg ponašanja. Ti su najbliži, najdalje su oni, kaže, koji imaju najgori ahlak. Što dalje od mene? Jer smo daleko od sunneta poslanika, alejhi salatu vesselam. Dakle, moramo se malo popraviti, da nam malo Đelešan bude na pomoći, da nas spasi i molim Allah Đelešan da podari svima vama meni lijepi džennet. Amin, ja rabbil alamin. Selam alejkum, idem sutra. Next year, inshallah, see you. Inshallah.